This whole like Chris Breezy. I was puffing this joint like Wiz Khalifa.
Honestly, I think it's my time because who knows what my tolerance was at this point. So when it starts hitting me, it hits hard. But the only things were closely monitored. Because they knew if I got well on probation, I would be serving 20 days. So they're out here checking my eyes, checking my heart rate, checking my pulse, and the diagnostic was, I think, get chilling, bro. But progressively, I was getting high, the most goat.
Sarah Diana is a new artist with an incredibly impactful voice and energy. The power of her soul comes through her music. Discover this incredible new talent and be part of her journey from the beginning.
And I don't know if anyone else has experienced this before. And you use 107% of your brain power to just think.
Yo, it's crazy that everyone in the world is either in one
Or they're not.
What if I'm in a simulation?
If I'm in an animation being drawn by some dude on his computer for a platform of entertainment, and a bunch of people know what I'm thinking right now. But I'm brought back to Earth by a text message. Damn, I gotta be home for dinner at 6. Oh shit, what time? We can't let Bob find out we're cooked. So Bob looks up his emergency.
Sarah Diana is a new artist with an incredibly impactful voice and energy. The power of her soul comes through. Discover this incredible new talent and be part of her journey from the beginning.
How big hits me with the eye drops to make my eyes less red. Douses me to cover up the smell. Apparently eating oranges also helps slow down your eyes. So as I'm walking home, I'm brainstorming all the possible scenarios. Either I play this off like a smooth criminal and nobody ever finds out, or I could get caught and I could get sentenced to 30 years. So as I walk up to my entire future is dependent on how I play this shit off. I think it's my brother. So I walk into the kitchen, casual as hell. Oh, James, how was your day? Oh, it was good. How was yours? Yeah, good.
Shit, we're doing good. Oh, it was good, thanks for asking. Wow, Mom, this mac and cheese looks succulent. Fuck, why did I say that?
Who the fuck says
Succulent. Oh, why, thank you.
I switched the recipe up a little bit. The mac and cheese, it's good.
Thank you. So, what do we got to think of? Fuck, what do I say?
Sarah Diana is a new artist with an incredibly impactful voice and energy. The power of her soul comes through her music. Discover this incredible new talent and be part of her journey from the beginning.
Twister. Oh, Twister? Yep, Twister. Wasn't it just you, Bob, and Billy? Yep, just a good old game of Twister with the boys. Damn.
Y'all are gay as hell.
Yeah. Not to being gay, so I just make it yell in the chat.
A little word of advice. Just say you're tired. Like, it works for everything. You hide it's tired. Damn. I'm just tired.
Help, I'm drowning.
No, I'm just tired. So while I was backed into a
I was pretty much on trial facing
I just Michael Jackson, cause your boy was a certified smooth criminal, and I moonwalked my high ass all the way into a nap. And god damn, that biggest display ever. It's also the thinnest Apple Watch ever, making it even more comfortable on your wrist, whether you're running, swimming, or sleeping. And Apple Watch. 8 hours of charge is 15 minutes. The Apple Watch series. Damn, for the first time, the loss of generation. Compared to previous generations, I find it definitely required charge pretty regularly.
With your guardrails in place, with Greenlight, you can send money to kids quickly, set up chores, automate allowance, and keep an eye on your kids' spending with real-time notifications. Join millions of parents and kids building healthy financial habits together on Greenlight. Get started risk-free at greenlight.com/Spotify.
New Year's.
Oh, hey man, Happy New Year. What's your New Year's resolution?
Oh, it's what about you? Oh yeah, same. But see, bro, what's it?
You got 480p again.
Damn, that whole New Year's resolution bit was unfunny as fuck. Like corny as shit. Well, speaking of corny jokes,
Get started risk-free at greenlight.com/Spotify.
the Fears does have a lot of shit. Like the party, the fireworks, the parties, and so you may be thinking, James, well, why are you like the Grinch?
girlfriend. I tried and I tried, but as 2022 comes to an end, the weirdest things people do in public. Now, I know I'm not exactly outside of it. I've definitely seen some weird things in my time. So I compiled a list of the weirdest things people could do in public. And obviously not too weird or else this video will get taken down. Number 1, picking your nose. The amount of times I've seen people dig through their nose in a public setting is insane. And some people even have the audacity to pick their nose and eat it. Like, what the fuck? How do you even swallow that? How does your body even digest it? Like, I'd be throwing up in the toilet right afterwards. I'm convinced some people literally just eat anything. Like, anything that just spawns in front of them, they'll eat it. And if anybody sees you in the act doing it, no one's ever gonna look at you like a normal human being. Okay, maybe that's a bit of an overexaggeration. But you get it. All things are very constant. Now, obviously, there's no way to escape this, right? If you got a cough, you got a cough. But a lot of people
not hitting. It would be even worse because if I was constantly coughing, I would just get really embarrassed. Because if this kid doesn't shut the I don't know what it is about my timing, but I just happen to always be sick when I'm traveling. When I was going to a concert earlier this summer, I was in an hour-long Uber ride, just straight coughing the entire time. And I'm sure everybody just wanted to rip my head off when I was just sitting there coughing the whole time. It's not a pleasant sound here over and over. That's intense. No one's trying to hear that for an hour straight. Talking loud, especially when you're on the phone. No one wants to hear your conversation. Like, why are people on the phone like, yeah, did you hear about especially at the grocery store. It's my goddamn
I just say what I need to say.
really quiet.
Because I really don't want to be a disturbance to people, or, well, at least I try my best not to. And I've heard some people say some wild
shit on the phone.
like, why even say that in a public setting? I don't understand. At that point, you're pretty much just asking to get paid.
Like, I once heard somebody, like, call their girlfriend, right? And they were like, hello, my little sugar pooey muffin. Like, I don't fucking know. Something like that. The last thing I'm saying in public is sugar pooey muffin.
I just say and especially when I was a cashier, I was hearing all kinds of conversations. I've heard endless amounts of work drama that I don't even know about. Now, this one isn't necessarily weird. It's just something you don't want to be caught doing in public. It's just bad. It's different if you're on a flight.
And sleeping, like, you don't know what the hell people are gonna do. That's your most vulnerable state, okay? You do not want to be recorded sleeping. Or taking a picture of sleeping in the car or something. Especially if it's a really deep sleep. If I got drool hanging out of my mouth and catching flies or whatever the hell people say. It's embarrassing to watch. I once was just slumped in one of those airport chairs. For one, I've never got a worse sleep in my life. And two, I don't even think the trade-off was worth it because I just feel stupid as hell the entire time. And sometimes, bro, when I'm with my friends, I'm just sitting downstairs watching TV or something. I just start drifting off to sleep. And I try to stay awake, of course, because I don't want to be rude. And I don't know what else to say, bro. I'm just fucking tired. I gotta get my sleep schedule sorted out so I don't have to sleep in front of people, crying, or even holding back tears. Now, when I was a kid, I would always cry in school. I don't know. I was just a very sensitive kid. So the amount of times I would cry over stupid shit, it was just embarrassing. And I was just a very unlikable person. Everybody was just I would have cried over some stupid shit like, he made fun of me. And I would always run and snitch to the teacher saying that, like, this kid made fun of me and he said this and that.
And even the teachers were probably
annoying my ass. I don't think they wanted to but next we got singing and dancing. I mean, obviously, if you're, like, at a party or something, on the dance floor, we're at the office or something, and you get a little emo as you're printing paper, and somebody catches you, oh yeah, you're getting roasted. And also just singing like nobody's there is crazy. Like, I'm sure my boss would say some corny ass shit like, what are you, trying to get a Grammy or what? I don't care how good this song is, I'm just gonna pass on singing it in public. And especially if I'm singing something that nobody really knows, or even just rap songs in general, because obviously the lyrics aren't very family friendly. You told your boy go roll like 10 blunts for you? What are you gonna be smoking this afternoon, mister?
saying such
Profane garbage in my office. So yeah, it's just how to get your boss on your ass. Next we got saying something controversial. If you say something that just isn't gonna sit right with people, yeah, just get ready to have people on your ass. So if you're in a public setting and you have a very controversial opinion about something, yeah, in most situations it's probably best to keep it to yourself. The amount of bullshit that would spiral out of it is just not worth it. I generally avoid talking about politics with people, especially if it's people I don't really know. And I also don't really know shit about them either. 2024 is my first time voting. And well, regardless, it's just one of those topics you should avoid talking to people you don't really know that much. You never know how, like, deeply passionate they are about the subject. Like, they could just start ranting to you out of nowhere about it. And I am most definitely not trying to hear all that. Next, we have playing music really loud. I'm sure any of you attending school or college or wherever you are, you have most definitely seen this speaker. Everybody knows that this dude always has a loudspeaker on him at all times.
And if he's playing some hard music, I'm not
really complaining. But if it's garbage, well, that's when I'm complaining. And if I've heard the song too many times, yeah, I'm definitely complaining.
And if it's like
7 in the morning, I'm definitely imagine hearing Fiend at full volume in the hallway at 7 a.m. Pretty annoying. And I guess the speaker kid, alright, Fiend is his theme song. He's just walking around with that going in the hallway, acting like he's the main character. I don't think people would be too thrilled with that.
And I've also seen people
At the gym carry a speaker with them. I don't know why the hell they can't just play their own
music in their head.
I mean, I wouldn't want to listen to Taylor Swift and the Teacher, to be fair, but bringing a speaker to a public gym is crazy. I was going to talk about this one earlier in the video, but I gotta throw it in here now, alright? It just has to be said. I have seen so many TikToks or YouTube videos where it's like, social anxiety is scared of me. And they'll just get on a table and just start doing an acapella or something like that. I don't know. But yeah, I've seen people just do not really weird, but just like stupid shit in public because of this. Imagine if I just jumped up on a table like a college cafeteria. I got a mic in hand and everything, and I just say, "Hey everybody, we bring the boom!"
Yeah, that would keep me up at 3 a.m. So that's why I
Personally opt out of doing
stupid shit like that. I've seen so many videos of things like that popping up on my Instagram reels. Or somebody would make like a main character
something along those lines. I'm scared of talking in front of a bunch of people. I mean, the reason why I can do this is I'm in my room. I don't have to say it in front of a bunch of people. Okay, next we have wearing a goofy-ass outfit. Alright, listen, we're not in a costume party. We don't need a goofy-ass outfit right now. The amount of times I've seen people walk around on my college campus dressed up as a banana or like Spider-Man or something like that, it's just unreal. I mean, if it's Halloween and it's a costume party, that's different. But like, if we're in the middle of goddamn August or something, there's no need wearing a fucking banana costume that's 90 degrees out. I guess some people are just trolls and they really don't care what to say.
farting or burping. Now, obviously, you gotta do what you gotta do, right? But at the same time, though, you gotta suppress the sound of it. You can't just rip ass extremely loud, especially like if you're in an empty hallway. That's just an echo throughout the hallway.
And everybody in like a 1 mile radius cannot belch in front of a bunch of people. You gotta close your mouth so nobody hears it. And especially if I'm in front of a girl, I can definitely not get caught ripping ass. That's just really embarrassing. And not even that alone, just the smell, especially if it was burrito. That's just really embarrassing. Not even that alone, just the smell, especially if it was burrito night the night before. That smell is exactly good. Next we have people that like talk to themselves, have like full-on conversations. I mean, technically I am talking to myself right now when you really think about it.
But if you're in a public setting, like in a classroom, you cannot be having full-on dialect with yourself.
Sometimes I do think out loud when I'm by myself. But obviously if I'm in a public setting, not the best idea. I don't want people to think I'm weird as hell and they need to stay away from me. Especially if whatever I was thinking about, I want nobody to hear it. One of my most embarrassing moments where that did happen, you know, I thought my mic was muted. I was in Zoom class in 2020, and I said something along the lines of, oh, fuck, I hate this class, or something like that. I mean, it was biology. I have an excuse. That shit's garbage. And the teacher called me out in front of everybody and was like, Birdie, do you have something to say? And I just left the meeting. I didn't want to deal with it. They can't exactly come get me and force me to go through it. If I thought the weirdest thing I've seen someone do in public through a TikTok is this. Whatever this is. For whatever walk around on a say walking the dog. These people just having to pull up on you. Yeah, you would probably think you're living in some kind of fever dream. Now this is a very rare occurrence, obviously it's something probably I've seen a lot of videos where people are on that type of timing, so unfortunately, I think slow. First up, we got Your Mom. Now this one's a real home run hitter in like 1st grade, and that's about it. The amount of Your Mom is so fat jokes that were going around when I was in grade 1 is just off the charts. And it was like the best thing since sliced bread, but it genuinely makes no sense. And then it very funny, slept with your mom last night, your mom. Basically just any insult at your mom. That's basically what it is. So playground for sure. Like it's only doing damage in 1st grade. After that, it's just doing collateral damage. Next we have I Know What You Are, but What Am I? Now this is the nerd's favorite right here, bro. Why are we still saying this is the big one? I don't know if anyone still saying the nurse's office. But what are you doing with this? You're doing nothing. Zero. But let's say the dummy pops in a Disney movie. And let's say I see a nerd in the hallway and say, "What's up?" Or just some dumbass Disney shit like that. And then Nielsen will pop out the cut and say, "I know what you're doing." Thinking he's all smug, like you just dropped the mic, acting like he's great phones. That this is a weak-ass comeback. In simple terms, the conversation will be about
Flex Series 10 here. That's the biggest display ever. It's also the thinnest Apple ever. Even more comfortable on this. Running, swimming, sleeping.
and it's the fastest charging Apple.
First time. Compared to previous generations, iPhone X are later required. Charge time and actual results are there.
You're a loser. No, you're a loser. That's basically what you're saying. Pointing the insult back at someone else. Absolutely terrible. Shitty comeback. We're gonna put this in trash because maybe it could work in elementary school. No, like other than that, at least your mom made it to middle school. This did not make it past elementary school. Next we have keep rolling your eyes and eventually you'll find a brain. I don't know how this makes sense, but it's just very... No. This is actually a when someone rolls their eyes, this is what people would say, I guess. I've never heard it. But if you really break down the insult, it makes no sense. You couldn't even say that they're stupid either, because you could have really took a jab and said keep rolling your eyes. And you could have dissed their brain, you could have said their brain's mush, you could have said their brain's smooth. Like, what are you, you're basically just saying, oh, you realize that stuff looking at your brain forever. Like, is that really what people are saying? But I don't know, it just sounds like all that stuff. And slowly. How slow is it? I'm sure it's way too slow. But speaking a bunch of shit, that's what you come up with. So you're not in a Twitch chat situation, you're in real life. You're off. Speaking of elbows, though, we gotta add didn't ask plus ratio, or who asked, or whatever. This one is very common. And basically, people are just saying no one. Think about it in the context as somebody just got obliterated, and then they say, wow, you really got him.
Apple Watch Series 10 is here. It has the biggest display ever. It's also the thinnest Apple Watch ever. Whether you're running, swimming, or sleeping. And it's the fastest charging Apple Watch. 8 hours of charge in just 15 minutes. The Apple Watch Series 10. First time. Compared to previous generations, iPhone XS or later required. Charge time and actual results are there.
And it just got overused to the point where it was just garbage. So yeah, we'll put it in overused here. And then putting plus ratio doesn't make it any stronger. And that's the reason it's in this video, because it's so common. And yet it's terrible. Plane, see this big ass plane? It means nothing. It's just there as a visual. Next we have then sit down. Okay, now that by itself probably made no sense. Unless you like kill someone in the video. You're like, oh, sit down. But here's the other context I've written down. Someone insults you and says, I can't stand it, and your comeback is, then sit down. Oh my god! Oh! You're bullshit roasted. What the hell? This is so bizarre. I looked up TikToks of comebacks, and this was one of them as the greatest. I just started laughing. It was that bad. I can't even finish the sentence right now. This is awful. WTF team. I imagine using this in a real scenario. Yo, Bartholomew, I can't stand you. Next we have, I don't shut up, I grow up, and when I see you, I throw up. You might want to... Excuse me? What are you even saying? WTF kid. It's a terrible comeback, it makes no sense. And it sounds like we're out of the game. Then we got Ghetto Love, but unfortunately only works on unemployed motherfuckers who actually don't have a life. Or then again, they just don't care that they don't have a life. So it works on motherfuckers. You can't get a playground. I don't know, I still hear grown-ass people say get a life. We'll go with overuse. Next we have an iconic. The 80s Paul, they want their whatever back.
So let's say you see mullet and mustache guy number 6,576, and you say to him, the 80s crowd, they want your
Apple Watch Series 10 is here. It has the biggest display ever. It's also the thinnest Apple Watch ever. Even more comfortable on your wrist, whether you're running, swimming, or sleeping. And it's the fastest charging Apple Watch, getting you 8 hours of charge in just 15 minutes. The Apple Watch Series 10. Available for the first time in glossy jet black aluminum. Compared to previous generations, iPhone X are very quiet. Charge time and actual results will vary.
My dad works in B2B marketing. He came by my school for career day and said return on ad spend.
Not everyone gets B2B, but with LinkedIn, you'll be able to reach people who do. Get a $100 credit on your next ad campaign. Go to linkedin.com/results to claim your credit. That's linkedin.com/results. Terms and conditions apply. LinkedIn, the place to be.
Do you really think mullet guy 6,000 whatever number I said is gonna care that I said it? No, he's gonna laugh in your face. That's what's gonna happen.
We'll give it cornies here. There's also another variation floating around that's like the
Jerk store call.
when they said they're running out of you. Really? Corny. Corny is a... Next we have a real-life example. You must think you're so cool. Now, I'm not the comeback connoisseur myself, and I was like the only one that heard this dude just shout it across the park, and I didn't care, nor did I want to ruin the bond with my friends. But I also wanted to have this experience. So, we were at a restaurant.
We were walking back to the car, and as we were walking back, we had our AirPods and listening to music.
I don't know what it was about the AirPods.
You must think you're so cool. Now, of course, it's not a comeback, but it can be used as a
Now, I'm not the comeback connoisseur myself,
but if I said any of these comebacks I said would not have been a good situation, I would have just embarrassed myself. So I just said nothing, because I just didn't care. I knew absolutely nothing about this guy. Well, yeah, this one is just trash. Like, you actually comprehended what he's saying, but it just didn't land. No trash, here it is. Wow. Now, this is a TikTok phrase, or as people would say when I was 5 years old. They would just be from the that sound like, nowadays, the TikTok is becoming a brand language, putting in overused here, because somehow people...
The Apple Watch Series 10 is here. It has the biggest display ever. It's also the thinnest Apple Watch ever, making it even more comfortable on your wrist, whether you're running, swimming, or sleeping. And it's the fastest charging Apple Watch, getting you 8 hours of charge in just 15 minutes. The Apple Watch Series 10, available for the first time in glossy jet black. Compared to previous generations, iPhone XS are loaded at 1. Charge time and actual results there.
This episode is brought to you by Shopify.
Upgrade your business with Shopify.
ShopPay boosts conversions up to 50%, meaning fewer carts going abandoned and more sales going to-ching. So if you're enjoying your business, your Commerce platform is ready to sell where your customers are.
Visit Shopify.com.
To upgrade your selling today.
It's just clear range-based. Going to say, and I guess you're supposed to say,
I'm not a person, I'm a mirror or something. I don't know. This comeback is just too over.
all the conversations are forced out. You're on video. They do a really great house. Like, of course, that's a lot more clever than just saying you're ugly. But still, it just feels like a next we have KYS, the
Classic gamer comeback. Doing a lot of this is not intimidating them one bit. Like everyone who's playing a video game